seriously, lady, just close your eyes and chill. If you get freaked or nauseous, bang on the door and I'll let you out. Otherwise, just relax and I'll see you on the other side.
Bedlam probably looks familiar to you, and if that's the case, then developer Red Bedlam have done their job well. Based on Christopher Brookmyre's novel of the same name, Bedlam places you in the role of Heather Quinn, a Scottish scientist who undergoes an experiment and finds herself travelling through time through the guise of first-person shooters. The game is currently on Steam Early Access, and I've played through 3 hours of the game so far, spanning 2 different eras of the first-person shooter. Firstly, there's the Quake 2 inspired levels, where as Quinn, or her gamertag, which she announces to be Athena, you find yourself wrapped up in this intergalactic war. With all manner of lasers and futuristic arsenal, you must take down your alien enemies across kind of 2 different size maps from your more open outdoor map, and of course the corridor based levels. In this section of the game, there's even a map which attempts to simulate multiplayer and does it quite well. It also includes, thankfully, for the sake of realism, includes some trash-talking teens.
Down! Sit down, son! Sit down! Take a seat!
Whilst this section of the game is more gung-ho focused, where you must just keep going forward and shooting everything that moves, also you take down a couple of towers here and there. The next section of the game sees you in a sort of Call of Duty setting, a World War setting with weapons and enemies more focused to that particular time period. And rather than just go into an area, kill all the enemies and wait for the door to unlock, this section of the game more finds you killing enemies across a more sprawling map, and also effectively trying to find a key to unlock a door and then go on to the next stage. The finished game is said to look at many other aspects of the first-person genre, and just from what I played, the subtle differences between the 2 different eras of first-person shooter are quite a nice little touch to the overall presentation and gameplay of Bedlam. Athena, the protagonist, also has to be pointed out as a real high point for me. Her dialogue is excellently delivered and the writing is very, very funny at points. It can be a little bit on the nose sometimes with references to the Oculus Rift, but there were definitely points where I did actually find myself laughing out loud at what Athena was saying.
Sarge, I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm not sure I actually have teeth anymore, so, you know.
No, it's no secret that the game looks a little bit rough around the edges, but for authenticity's sake, I think that's perfectly fine. I think it nails that kind of polygonal old school look of the first person shooters from 20 odd years ago. As this is on Steam Early Access, there are certain issues here and there. For instance, the AI just isn't up to snuff just yet. A lot of the time they can be running around like headless chickens, aimlessly seeing you as Athena, running towards you and kind of having no real battlefield smarts to them whatsoever. There's also a number of glitches within the game, like for instance in the World War section of the game, I was ascending a 2 or 3 story building when a soldier from an upper level actually killed me because he was clipping through the roof of his level of the aforementioned building. But glitches even play a part in Bedlam itself, because as well as the 2 sections I said and that kind of cool multiplayer Quake style map, you'll find these sort of glitchy anomalies across some of the levels, wherein when you go inside them, you'll hear other regular people talking to one another as if they're talking on party chat or something. You'll hear references to Minecraft, to GTA, and get a better understanding of what exactly is happening in Bedlam, and it seems to be shaping up to be an interesting story. Of course, this is coming from the perspective of someone who hasn't read Christopher Brookmyre's novel, which the game is based upon. So even with its flaws, which I've already mentioned, I'm quite excited to see where the development of Bedlam is going in the future. And I'm interested to play the final version whenever that actually does come to Steam.